Will Ripley joins us live from Singapore with more. What did you make of it, Will?
Well, what this is, Max, is the continuation of these two alternate realities that are existing in the world right now. You have the authoritarian reality where best friends, China and Russia, are getting along better than ever. They're cooperating more than ever. China is using its massive economy to help Russia survive and absorb some of the impact of the international sanctions, overwhelmingly from the alliance of Western countries, which are going after Russian President Vladimir Putin's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine. And yet inside China, there's no criticism of President Putin's actions, either on state media or any of the official government communications. It's partially because President Xi and Putin met on the sidelines of the Beijing Olympics and reaffirmed their partnership just a matter of days and weeks before Russian soldiers were invading Ukraine and Russian bombs were raining down on their cities. So you don't have that criticism at all that you're seeing in the West existing between the two out of the three biggest nuclear powers in the world, Max. And that is certainly a troubling power dynamic that we have to continue to watch when you have China also essentially saying it's not going to punish North Korea for even more provocative actions, including what's long been suspected as a looming seventh nuclear test. The authoritarian reality and then the Western alliances that are trying to do their best to punish Russia economically, but they're not getting a whole lot of cooperation from China. And of course, by the way, Max, China and Russia also both, permanent voting members of the United Nations Security Council. So if there's any action taken against the other, they can basically put the kibosh on it right away.
And China gets steadily stronger because Russia becomes more dependent on China as the West turns its back on Russian resources.
They have a large customer, for their growing economy. Of course, an economy that's really been struggling in large part because of the policies of Chinese President Xi Jinping, including this zero COVID, which is strangling and choking the economy in large cities like Shanghai and other places where people are being forced to live, for weeks or months in lockdown for a handful of COVID cases, a policy that the overwhelming majority of scientists around the world say is unsustainable. But because President Xi said so, China is holding firm to that policy. And because President Xi said that he's best friends with President Putin, China and Russia are sticking together, Max. So it really is that personality driven. You have these two, you have democratic leaders in the West trying to build coalitions, but of course the governments are constantly changing. These guys have been in power for a long time, and they plan to be in power and in partnership for many years to come. Now, what does that mean for the future of the world order? Well, that certainly depends on a lot of factors, but that's one of the reasons why we're watching very closely the situation between China and Taiwan. Could China be emboldened, and could China's friendship with Russia help them feel that they could survive it if they try to make a move on that self-governing democracy that they've claimed as their own territory for more than 70 years?
Okay, Will in Singapore, thank you. Let's take the Western view again then. CNN